Hello everybody, welcome to round 4. This is the French Grand Prix of previous results carry 1952. It is Ascari on pole, Villoresi second. Those two have had 3-1-2s in that order so far this season. Will it continue today? There is some thunder on the horizon, so we think that a storm is coming. Whether it dries up and returns to bright sunshine or whether it stays wet, we don't know. But as we know from previous races, that can cause a lot of issues, and let's hope we don't have a repeat of last year's French Grand Prix when everybody retired. Let's hope that doesn't happen. We want to see some cars finish this race at least. So, you see that the Gordinis, two of them at least, have placed pretty nicely there. You've got Simon and Laurent in the Ferraris. Ken Walton, pierotaruffi, the world champion, in 9th. Desperately needs some points. Can he finally get some today? The Gordinis aren't going to be the easiest of cars to deal with, but that's who Taruffi's going to be mixing it with if he wants to get into the points. You've got Gonzalez, you've got Collins, you've got Brown. Those British teams, they are on their first season, aren't they? And they don't look like they're going to be able to... We've seen some Altas before, but they don't look like they're going to be able to even get anywhere near mixing it with the points this season. It's all about Ferrari and Gordini and possibly Maserati. They're definitely quicker than the British teams, that's for sure. Farina starting down in 16th, having retired pretty early in Indianapolis. So, not Indianapolis, sorry, Spa. Getting muddled up. So Farina's quite far down there, and he's going to have quite a battle. Another guy who needs to deliver, just like Taruffi. Let's see what happens in this French Grand Prix. So Ascari there, ready on the grid, Villoresi alongside him. What's going to happen? The French Grand Prix has moved this season to ruin, and we'll see what this circuit has to offer. Ascari is away well, and Villoresi is away very well. He's going to continue that pursuit that he was doing so enthusiastically in Belgium, and you can hear the thunder in the background there, but at the moment it's still dry, and Ascari leading, Villoresi there. Manzon is in 3rd place. They're going to continue from his podium in Spa, and really there we go, and trying to have a look at Villoresi, but then has to cut in behind, and Fischer will now be able to have a look at robertmanzon. So it is Manzon in the slide. We saw him getting a little bit leery there. It's unfortunately this track is delivering a lot of tree Grand Prix, so Manzon is still in 3rd place. We need to change his camera angles, I think, because we're not seeing much of the cars. We're going to have to go to some of the onboard and TV cameras and stuff. And there we go, Simon is up in the 4th. So Dylan Salmon and Fischer, he's made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped back behind both Simon and Laurent, and there is a spin for Peter Collins and one of the Ferraris. Not quite sure which one it is, but that is the Ferrari obviously tried to get inside Collins, and Collins has got to make the block, and that is how they have collided. So there we go, and there is Simon now up in the 4th place. But Villoresi, and Ascari Villoresi, and the amazing thing is Manzon is keeping up his pursuit here as well. In that Gordini, he is matching those Ferraris pretty well. Ascari getting a little bit of a gap now, but that gap is not guaranteed, I don't think. And through he comes here, and he will be, going behind the trees again, and we need to switch camera, so we've done so. Ascari, Villoresi, Manzon, that's the top 3. It was the top 3 in Spa. Is Manzon going to make that a trio now, those top 2 who love finishing top 2 all season. Taruffi up the 7th, still not able to get himself into the points at this point in time, and now we get to see all the garages. Nice little countdown, but here's Ascari now on board, and then Villoresi. Villoresi is having a look. He wants to try to get through, and I think the rain has just started to come down, so this makes them think, is anybody going to pit this lap, or are they? I think it's too early. Surely it's too early for a pit stop, although I don't know, because it's getting quite heavy quite quickly, but I think that they've already made their minds up. Ascari, Villoresi, Manzon, they're all going to stay out. I think they're all hoping that this is just going to be a short, sharp shower and it's going to pass, because they are staying out and they are trying to do everything they can to now keep it on the road whilst we are in a rain shower. Andre Simon still in 4th place, and then he's there. Oh, there's a run a bit wide from the Ferrari in 6th. And look at those 3 all running wide. They obviously, a last minute pit stop might have worked out better for them on this occasion, but Ascari continues to lead. Villoresi 2nd, Manzon 3rd, so still no change in the order. but certainly a change in the weather. It is very slippery, it is very tricky, and I'll be very surprised if we don't see some sort of drama happen here as they all run wide and glomp into the barrier a little bit, but they're all still in the race. And Ascari's there. Manzon might have a chance to get down the inside of Villoresi here. This is the home Grand Prix for the Frenchman, don't forget, and Manzon has the chance to make that move. Is he going to go for it? He's going for it, and I think he's through robertmanzon, so up in the second place. Now, can he set about Alberto Ascari? Let's see. Ascari still has that lead, and once again they're running wide, and I wonder, can they possibly hope to continue without a pit stop? Well, Manzon is trying to have a look, but he's all crossed up, and that's going to let Villoresi through, surely, and it does. And what a shame. Great hard work from Manzon, but it's been thrown away. But now Villoresi's running wide, and Manzon has a chance to get back through, and he's done it. Back in the second place. Ascari still holds the lead. He is having a faultless season so far, and it's looking like continuing, although this is a wet race and anything can happen to Ruffi up in the 4th place and Fischer in the 5th. You can see now where experience is making the difference as they both get past Simon and Laurent. And Farina is up into 8th now, so he's got a better chance than he would normally have. Excuse me, a bit hiccupy. Ascari still leading. Manzon and Villoresi. And this is, yeah, we're going to hear that some are getting ready for pit stops here. So I wonder how many are going to pit. Considering the conditions, it might be all of them. And what's going to happen? This brings us back to some horrible memories of last season when everybody pitted and the guy who got furthest won the race. It was a different track, but same scenario, although it's much wetter here today and they've survived on slicks for a lot longer. But Ascari now, I think, is he preparing to pit? You can't see it. There's a massive fog come over and it is massively overcast and you just cannot see anything. Villoresi stays out, as he's been known to do this season, stays out. He's going to take the gamble that he can keep it on the road and that Ascari and Manzon can't make up the gap. But in these conditions, it's possible that they might just do it. Oh, Ascari is out! They have, so once again, the AI cannot handle pitting, and I think everybody who pits is going to be out, and there's a lot pitting there. Look, all those 3 Ferraris there, and one has twisted the other around. I think they're all going to be out, although he might be carrying on anyway. And Villoresi leading, I think, to Ruffi is up in the 2nd place. The world champion might have a chance of getting not just some points, but a decent podium here. Fischer up in the 3rd, and jeanbehra in 4th. And it looks to me like everybody else is pulling out of the race. They just don't want to do these conditions. Well, this is an opportunity for Villoresi. Ascari might have won the first 3 races, but he isn't going to win this one. And by being consistent, Villoresi has finished 2nd in each race so far, and he'll actually give himself a chance to lead the World Championship, should he be able to finish this race in one piece. Ruffi and Fischer are battling hard. Ruffi is playing it easy. He doesn't want to over push it. Needs to get some points off the mark. Fischer is also pushing him. So there's only 4 runners left, and there's Rudi Fischer now going down the past pierotaruffi and into 2nd place. He is prepared to take more risk. Clearly Ruffi just wants to get some points. I think he hasn't got any points yet this season. Villoresi is off, but now he's back on again. Well, I think this has definitely been the race of the season so far. We have seen pretty much just standard dull domination from Ferrari in the first 3 races, but it's, even though it's still domination from Ferrari, it has come in a much different way today, and we're made to be seen just how it's going to finish off, because there's 4 runners left, and that should see them finish 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as they can all finish, they can take it as easy as they want. Ruffi is not trying to pressure Rudi Fischer. He just wants to get that finish, and Behra, I think, is too far back to realistically do much about those Ferraris, and unless he wants to drive like he's in the dry, and he would certainly go off then. But here's Luigi Villoresi coming now towards the end of the lap through the tight hairpin, and Villoresi, he is absolutely determined. He's very, very close now to taking his first victory of 1952, to take the lead in the World Championship, and it shows you just one retirement has done that for Ascari, and he's going to have a big gap to make up in the next race. And here comes Villoresi, crosses the line and wins the French Grand Prix. Fantastic performance from Luigi Villoresi today. Stayed out and it paid off, and Fischer finishes 2nd. Pierotaruffi in 3rd. The world champion finally registers his first points finish and podium of the season, and jeanbehra should be full 5 away, because even if he retires, he's
Jeanbehra.
made it further than anybody else. There we go, crosses the line, jeanbehra. So 4 drivers finish this French Grand Prix. Luigi Villoresi wins it. What a result, what a race, and finally a little bit of spice added to this year's World Championship. It is not necessarily going to be Ascari winning every race. Villoresi, though, he is keeping up, and if Ascari can get back in the next race up to Villoresi, he's still got to pass him. So, yeah, lots of complications. We know when those Ferraris are buried in the pack, they don't always have it easy. So, well, this race and this season now, this season has just got a lot more interesting. Luigi Villoresi wins the French Grand Prix. Rudifischer, he finishes in 2nd for Ferrari. Pierotaruffi, he finishes 3rd. Jeanbehra 4th, and mauricetrintignant, this was by virtue of having got the furthest out of the retirements, finishes in 5th place and nets himself 2 points. So the World Championship standings then. Luigi Villoresi now leads the Drivers' World Championship. He is on 26 points. Alberto Ascari, he is on 24. Rudifischer moves up to 3rd. He is on 9 points now. Roger Laurent 4th on 7. Manzon 5th on 7. He was really unlucky today. We haven't mentioned it much, but Manzon in his home Grand Prix past Villoresi had possibly every chance of going after Ascari, but then they pitted and retired the car, and that is just really unfortunate for Manzon. He had a good opportunity. It didn't happen, but he is 5th in the World Championship on 7 points. His teammate jeanbehra moves level with him on 7, and Trintignant on 6. Taruffi on 4, off the mark, and Bonetto on 2, the only points Maserati have so far this season. Ferrari lead the constructors on 70, simcagordini on 20, and Maserati on 2. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Take care.